I work freelance, and one of the things that I had to learn very early on when I started working for myself was, for one, I decided to pick a game where I kill what I eat.
You kill what you
Or
eat?
rather, I eat what I kill.
Oh, okay. What do you mean by that?
But it means I eat what I can kill. Like, I'm not going to work. I'm not going to an office and punching in and then getting paid at the end of 2 weeks.
Oh, I see. I
go into the bush,
I see.
kill a thing, and that's all I can eat. Oh, you didn't kill a thing today? Well, sorry, you're gonna starve today.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
So there is no room for me to not get my mental strength up, because sometimes I will take on a project that I have never done before, and it's like, you gotta eat.
Yep.
So I need to like go through my process and try to put myself in a state of mind to create. And sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard.
Yeah.
And sometimes I have to just keep at it. I have to sit there and make it work.
Yep.
Something my brother told me a couple years ago, and he probably forgot he told this to me.
Yeah.
I don't know how true it is, or I don't know if he was stating fact or whatever, but I do know that when I get into my moments where I'm like struggling to get something creative out, I always remember my brother told me, and this is my younger brother, he told me, you are one of the most creative people I know.
Yeah.
So every time you feel like you can't get it right, just remember that you are one of the most creative people I've ever met in my life. Yeah. And I consider my brother like apex creator. Like, shit I can't even understand.
Apex creator,
so
I love it.
every time I'm like struggling, I always tell myself, you know what? You're good at this. Just go to your space and you will pull something off. It always works.
Yes.
And like it's all in your mind. We all have to get to that level of self-awareness where we are going through life aware of how much control we have over the system.
And this is something that you
think.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think that's what Morpheus tried to drill into Neo when they first met. That was what he was trying to get him. Like, you have more control over this system than you know.
That is exactly where I was going to go with it. The whole point is that it comes down, and this is going to be kind of interesting, but it comes down to faith. And this is where, in my own system of thought, where I understand the purpose and value of faith. Because remember, everything has to be balanced. So you have this concept of faith. When do you use it? Do you use faith when there is data that can be gathered where you can have trusted data? No, you use the trusted data. You don't use faith then. But when you're trying to do something like become a world champion at something, there's nothing guaranteed. There's nothing guaranteed that when you pursue this path, it will work. There's a certain thing where you're trying to create and bring something into the future. And so there's a certain point where you have to have faith. And so what are you having faith in? You're having faith that the experiences you've had in the past have prepared you for this. You're having faith that the things that you value that determine what decisions you make are the correct things to value. You're having faith that you have, through your years, have been basically worshiping something that can get you through the hard times, something that in your mind you can rely on, that would like as you were just saying, you're relying on the fact that, you know what, my system has demonstrated that it's creative and that it will get through this. And you have to be able to rely on those things and have this faith that you can bring this into existence. So when you listen to Neo, Morpheus trying to coach Neo into becoming the one, he's constantly telling him that you have to believe. You have to have faith. Quit trying to hit me and hit me. You have to believe in yourself. Yeah. And so when you're going to battle against the construct, basically the norms and the expectations of society, when you're going against that, you have to be able to have faith in yourself that you can go out, that you can break down the rules, the constraints of society. You can break those down, go into the wilderness and be an apex creator. You have to believe that. If you don't believe that about yourself, you will fail. You have to believe in yourself.
It doesn't matter what you're trying to do. Like, you could be trying to be a world champion. Like you said, nothing is guaranteed. But imagine trying to be a world champion when you believe you can't do it or when you believe you can do it. Like, it's just, it's a no-brainer. Why would you approach this goal? I want to climb Mount Everest. You don't take up a goal like that and just not believe in yourself.
Exactly.
Like, what do you? Yeah, exactly. So we should be approaching life that way when we want to, make decisions.
But
Like,
it requires taking risks though. There's a huge amount of risk from leaving the comfort of the construct, of leaving the comfort of the matrix.
If you love something enough, you have to be willing to take a risk.
You have to be willing to take the risk. And that's the thing, is there's a certain point where this ability to believe in yourself, to take the risk, it's like telling you, it's basically telling you how much faith you have in your God, essentially.
Oh, yeah.
How much faith do you have in yourself? How much faith do you have that the things that were taught to you by your parents,
your experiences, your strategy guides, all that shit at some point.
Yeah, and the behavior that you've been cultivating through the decisions you've made, because every time you make a decision, it changes what configuration you're in. Are you, every decision you make affects your habits. It affects how you respond to stimuli. And so do you have faith that you've been making the right decisions and that you have been going down a path that will prepare you for what's coming down the pike in the future? Mm-hmm. Do you have faith in yourself?